Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Joel Cordero. Police are seeking the public's assistance in finding this man in Wilkes-Barre. 46-year-old Jesse Richard Namir is wanted for multiple charges, including disorderly conduct, terroristic threats, and carrying a firearm without a license. He is described as 6 foot 3 inches and is 250 pounds. Anyone with information of his whereabouts is asked to call 911 or message the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Facebook page. All tips will remain anonymous. The Hazleton Police Department has reported a middle-aged woman missing. Laura McGarry Malore is 56 years old and is approximately 5 foot 10 inches, is about 150 pounds, has brown eyes, and dyed blonde hair. Malore was last seen around Wednesday, November 19th, while also driving a 2010 silver Chevy Cobalt. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to contact the Hazleton Police at 570-459-4960. Around 10 a.m. Monday morning, there was an accident along Route 93 in Nescopac Borough at the intersection of Montgomery Street. The accident was caused by a modular home falling off of the back of a trailer. Brian Koch of New Columbia was hauling the oversized load from Bloomsburg to Long Island, New York, before it slid off as he was rounding a curve coming off the Nescopac-Berwick Bridge. Koch says he could not stop and slowly watched the house section hit a utility pole and spin counterclockwise 180 degrees and hit a Nissan Rogue and then a pickup truck, both traveling in the opposite direction and stopping when they saw the load sliding. The Nissan suffered damage to the rear driver's side that triggered the airbags, and the driver suffered facial injuries. The pickup truck's driver's side was also damaged, and the driver said he had lower back pain. They were both taken to the Geisinger Bloomsburg Hospital, and at this time, their names and conditions have not been released. Coach said he was only driving 20 to 25 miles per hour when he rounded the turn, but thinks one of the tie lines was not properly fastened. He said he did not load the trailer, but everything looked fine when he inspected it before leaving. Nescopac Police Chief Richard Horashak said that the house cracked the utility pole and that Koch will be cited for hauling an insecure load. Don's Towing from South Center was able to move part of the building to the eastbound lane, opening up the westbound lane for any cars that did not cut through side streets to avoid the accident. By noon, fire police and firefighters were guiding tractor trailers around the home. According to Horashak, when Don's Towing tried to lift the house back onto the trailer, it split into 2 pieces. It took only 2 p.m. to clean up the street and open it back up completely. There has been a burglary-related offense recently in the city of Hazleton. On Saturday, December 6th, 2 individuals were arrested after being caught robbing the Olasco Smoke Shop at 81 North Wyoming Street. The robbery took place around 3 o'clock a.m., and according to police, the front door's glass was shattered, and 2 men, including a juvenile, were found on the premises. The non-juvenile culprit was identified as Christopher Castro Sanlante, who now remains at the Luzerne County Prison on posted $10,000 bail. President Donald Trump's hearing is happening within the hour, and those who cannot show up in person can still catch it on streaming. For Trump's visit, he will address certain issues having to do with inflation and the country's economy, and even has plans regarding lowering prices. The event is taking place at the Mount Airy Casino in the Poconos, but the residents of other states and Pennsylvanians not wanting to leave home can see the event streamed on WBRE's 2822 Now app, or simply on their YouTube channel and Facebook pages. Stay tuned on WYLN for more on the story. Coming up on WYLN News, an arrest was made in Millville after a man stole a car. Plus, multiple dump trucks were stolen in Wyoming County. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name's Haley. I'm 4. And the weather tomorrow is going to be snowy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Police say that a stolen car was traveling across northern Columbia County and the driver was finally taken into custody at a gas station in Millville. 23-year-old Hazel Township man, Wyln Almonte, is facing a wide range of charges, including theft, criminal trespass, and agriculture vandalism. Around 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, PSB Bloomsburg began receiving calls of a white Infiniti sedan with heavy front-end damage driving all over Route 487 in Fishing Creek Township. Another caller told state police that signs on Route 239 between routes 118 and 487 had been knocked over. Around the time those calls came in, there was also one from Carlos Novas Medina saying his car had been stolen. State police alerted all law enforcement in Columbia County to be on the lookout for the vehicle. Police say an ICE agent spotted the car and followed it to the Doggone Fuel, a gas station in Millville. The County 911 Center alerted Hemlock Township Police, and Officer Daniel O'Donnell made the arrest. Police found Almonte with $2,000 in cash in his pocket, the amount Medina also reported stolen from the car. Medina arrived at the gas station to recover his car, but shortly thereafter broke down due to the damage and had to be towed. State police also said they received calls of a burglary and theft from the truck earlier in the morning on Bendertown Road in Benton. The resident noticed a white car had driven through his family farm fields before stopping to break into a 2014 Dodge Ram truck parked next to the house. The thief allegedly took a silver tire gauge, which Almonte also had in his pocket at the time of his arrest. District Judge Russell Lawton arraigned Almonte on Sunday afternoon and sent him to Columbia County Jail since he could not post his $100,000 bail. A winter storm advisory has been enacted for a few counties around our area, as an incoming winter storm will create some wintry conditions on the morning commute for Wednesday morning. This storm is not going to be as intense as last week's storm, and will be more of a mix of rain and snow. The system will start out around 5 to 6 a.m. with snow and gradually shift to rain as the temperatures rise. The precipitation will start to ease out as the afternoon progresses. The total snow and rainfall is expected to be around an inch or two for valleys, and higher elevation can see as high as 4 inches. The Pennsylvania State Police are now investigating one of the most peculiar thefts ever reported. In Wyoming County, almost $1 million worth of dump trucks have been stolen, and the process was worth 3 separate truck stealings at Sherwood Freightliner and Western Star in Tuckhannock Township just after the Thanksgiving holiday. One of the trucks is valued at $280,000, while the other 2 are valued at $250,000. An individual dressed in black was dropped off via SUV on a late Friday night, proceeded to drive off with a red tri-axle dump truck. Then the SUV returned 2 more times from 1 to 3:30 a.m., thus an additional dress similarity stole the other 2 trucks, all according to the Wyoming County District Attorney. Both the District Attorney's Office and the Tuckhannock Township Police are advising for anyone with information on the theft to call the office at 570-836-4681 or the police at 570-836-5255 or simply call 911. Coming up on Hazel Township's News Choice, we catch up with Trooper Anthony Petrosky on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer takes us on a path through history with Wilkes-Barre Part 2. And stay with us on Wyln. We'll be right back.
And you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today, we're talking about winter weather travel. I know, we don't want to hear it, but guess what? The weather is here. First and foremost, plan ahead. I say this almost in every segment when we talk about travel, but it's the best thing you could do. Know what kind of weather you're going to be dealing with. If you have to go to work, you have to get there. So you want to make sure that you get there safe. And planning ahead is going to allow you to realize if you have to leave early, what your route is going to look like. So a good website to reference, and it's also an app you could download, is 511pa.com. Or you can look for that on your phone or your device to download. It's an awesome app. It shows you current road conditions. It will even give you directions, tell you alternate routes. It's a great reference to look for, 511pa.com. Plan ahead. Also, you might get stuck in traffic. Sometimes we have bad crashes and traffic is closed down for a while, and if there's no way to turn around, if you're on a major interstate, you might be there for a while. So in the winter, it's a good idea to have a bag that has some food, some water in it, medications if you're prescribed them, and you need them, a cell phone charger, maybe even a backup device if you need one, but whatever you feel you may need in case you're stuck and it's an emergency, a blanket, things like that. Look it up online. Those are good items you could put in, but it's in your vehicle all winter in case you need it, and hopefully you never need it. You also want to make sure that your cell phone is fully charged in case you need to contact 911 and give information on the emergency or where you are, things like that. Make sure your phone's charged and also carry an extra charger. Also, we get out there driving on the actual roads in this winter weather. Always give yourself extra time. Allow a good traveling distance between you and the vehicles in front of you in case somebody has to stop because a deer ran out in the road or a car is up ahead, slow down, things like that. And most importantly, slow down. You cannot make up for lost time on the road, especially in the winter. Slow down, make sure you get where you're going safe. These are some quick, easy steps that will help you get to and from work in a safe manner, and that's what driving is all about. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you right here on Wyln on the next Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Hey, did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. Wyln, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Wyln programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch. 1, add the white cup for rice. 2, add the blue cup for water. 3, click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops, and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook, or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name's Haley. I'm 4. And the weather tomorrow is going to be snowy.
Industry would take off in Wilkes-Barre as the anthracite revolution took hold in the Wyoming Valley. The Vulcan Iron Works would be founded by Richard Jones in 1849, initially to make iron products for the local coal industry. An 1888 acquisition of the Wyoming Valley Manufacturing Company, which made locomotives, gave Vulcan a new direction. It started making locomotives itself, along with its mining machinery, and soon became a major regional manufacturer of them, with branch offices in West Pittston and Tamaqua. Vulcan would continue operations until 1954. And then there was Stegmaier Brewery. Charles Stegmaier immigrated from Württemberg, Germany in 1849. Having practiced brewing in his native country, he set up his own brewery on Hazel Street in 1857, bringing his father-in-law George Bayer into the business. The brewery failed in 1873, but 2 years later Stegmaier founded a new company, originally called C. Stegmaier & Son, and later the Stegmaier Brewing Company. At its peak, Stegmaier was the largest brewery in northeastern Pennsylvania and was lauded for its high quality, winning 8 gold medals at European expositions in the 1910s. Stegmaier survived the Great Depression by producing near beer, but a declining customer base, among other factors, led to its closure in October 1974. Another titan of industry in Wilkes-Barre was Fred Morgan Kirby. Originally from New York State, Kirby was introduced to the concept of 5 and dime stores with nothing priced more than 10 cents as a young clerk. He moved to Wilkes-Barre in 1884, and on September 1st of that year, opened his first store with partner Charles Sumner Woolworth on East Market Street. It took some time for the business to find its way, but customers were soon won over by Kirby's sincerity and attention to value. By 1888, Kirby opened a second store in Williamsport, and by 1911, a year before he merged his business with F.W. Woolworth, he owned 96 stores in several states. A strong philanthropist, Kirby gave generously to the Wilkes-Barre area, creating the Angeline Elizabeth Kirby Health Center and contributing money to what would become Kirby Park for its maintenance. Fred Kirby's legacy lives on in Wilkes-Barre today, his name adoring the F.M. Kirby Center and Wilkes' Kirby Hall. Other retailers also saw profits to be made in Wilkes-Barre during this time as well. The triumvirate of George Fowler, Alexander Dick, and Gilbert Walker would open a small dry goods store downtown on April 5, 1879. Fowler, Dick, and Walker, also known as the Boston Store, took root quickly in the community. An equally successful branch opened in Binghamton in 1882 and in Evansville, Indiana in 1889. The original Wilkes-Barre location became a major downtown department store over the decades. It would be bought up by Boscov's in 1980, and the store remains open as Boscov's today, with the Boston Store name still attached to the building. Textile manufacturing would also take strong root in the Wilkes-Barre area. One notable business, the Wilkes-Barre Lace Manufacturing Company, began almost by accident. Joseph C. Atkin, who had experience in lace production, had been sent by a group of New York investors to Allentown to examine whether that city would be a good place for a lace mill. While on the train to Allentown, Atkin crossed paths with a man from Wilkes-Barre, believed to have been Reuben J. Flick, who convinced him that his own city might be an even better place for the mill. Atkin, upon looking around Wilkes-Barre, agreed. His mill on Courtright Street opened in 1885, and within a year the new mill was running at full steam to meet America's strong demand for lace curtains, despite producing nearly 10,000 curtains a day. The Wilkes-Barre Lace Manufacturing Company was the only lace mill in the world to produce its own yarn at that time. At the turn of the 20th century, the facility was the largest lace factory in the world, and at its peak, it employed over 1,400 workers and produced 55,000 pairs of lace curtains a week. The factory operated until 1952. Several other tenants would occupy the building, which burned down in a 2007 fire. Other mills would also take root in the Wilkes-Barre area over the years. The Wyoming Valley Lace Mills, Duran Lace Company, Empire Silk Mill, and Hessen Goldsmith Company were just a few of the textile operations that would call Wilkes-Barre home over the decades. Hoteliers would also make a lot of money from travelers passing through the Wyoming Valley. And perhaps the grandest hotel of all in Wilkes-Barre was the Hotel Sterling, which opened in 1898. Designed by J.W. Hawkins, whose original chateau-style design would be rejected, prompting him to fall back on a more modern design, the Hotel Sterling opened with 175 rooms and 125 bathrooms. Originally to be called the Algonquin, the hotel would get its name from Emma E. Sterling, widow of Walter G. Sterling, who had previously owned a music hall on the site. Mrs. Sterling was a major supporter of construction of the hotel and the property. The Hotel Sterling would quickly earn plaudits as one of the best hotels in northeastern Pennsylvania. In 1927, it purchased the rival Hotel Plaza up Market Street. New owner Andrew Sordoni would link both buildings with a four-story connector building, known as Peacock Alley. The decline of Wilkes-Barre industries after World War II also reduced traffic at the Hotel Sterling. By the 1970s, it was serving as dormitories for college students and retirees. The hotel closed in 1998 after its then current owner was unable to pay a $250,000 electric bill, and the structure was gutted by fire 2 years later. The Hotel Sterling stood abandoned for some time years afterward until it was demolished in 2013. Two Italian immigrants would also make a lasting impact on popular food starting in Wilkes-Barre. Amedeo Obici operated a food stand in the city, one that included a peanut roaster. In 1906, he entered into a partnership with Mario Peruzzi, who had developed a method of blanching whole roasted peanuts, eliminating the shells and husks. Together, they founded what became known as Planters Peanuts, renting 2 floors of a downtown factory to begin their business. Planters soon became a major peanut company, and corporate headquarters remained in Wilkes-Barre through 1961.
I'm 4. And the weather tomorrow is going to be snowy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,